At 55 years old, there's a lot of shifting that has changed in my thoughts and my life and the way I view things and I see things and the way I feel about things. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff, and appreciate you stopping by the channel. But at 55 years old, and I realized that I don't have the stamina and the energy that I once had, and it takes me longer to recoup from things that I do. Last week at work, I tried to do things like I used to do when I was in my 20s and 30s and 40s. And it absolutely kicked my tail. I've been in custodial work for the last 25 years. I grew up in construction work and concrete work. Started that when I was 10 years old. So I've worked hard all my life, and many of y'all have worked really hard all your life. And then when you're not able to do the things that you once did the way you once did them, and it takes you longer to recuperate, you may feel a little guilty about the rest that it takes these days. Because the generation that we grew up in, Gen X, we worked hard. A lot of us are very independent people. We don't ask for help for things very easily. We see a project that needs doing, we jump on it, we take care of it. We see a problem, we figure out a way how to handle that problem and solve it and move on. And we've been doing that for a really long time. And a lot of us are just tired. But on that side of the story of being tired, we just feel guilty, at least I do, feel guilty of being tired. Because I've always done and being able to do things. And, I think about, we're not the only people that probably have ever felt that way. I'm pretty sure our grandparents did, and different things. I look back and I think about my granddaddy, the things that he did, being a farmer and different things. And I remember how it used to affect him when he wasn't able to do those things like he once did. When he got where he couldn't walk as well anymore and he had to sit more, and when he got bedridden and different things, it really played on his emotions big time. So yeah, it affects us in our minds and things, but learning to accept the fact that you can't do things like you once did, and to accept the fact that it takes a little longer to recuperate from things. It's okay. It doesn't feel right, but it's okay. We are a tired generation, I do believe, because we have worked from a very young age. And when you reach this point in your life, there's a lot of people that are retiring earlier these days. At 55, I would love to be able to retire, but I'm not at that point yet. My mind is having a really hard time staying up with the workforce, or wanting to stay and get up every morning. And I know you hear these people talk about, you will tell yourself one more year, one more year, one more year. Well, I'm trying not to do that. I've got a set goal in mind to when I do retire at 60, 61 years old. And I think that's going to be a good age for me. It's going to give me a little bit more time to build up some more retirement money, and hopefully have that health that I can have to be able to do things as well and enjoy some quality of life. But the journey along the way, I've heard this many times, and I've tried to apply this, enjoy the journey along the way as you go. And that can be easier said than done. Because when you get up every day and you are, exhausted, your mind's exhausted, you've got a lot of things going on. And if you're like me, you say yes to too many things, you put too many promises out there of things that you will do. And I believe being a man of your word, if you tell somebody that you're going to do something, by George, you better do it. I was raised that way. And I'm having to learn to not overextend myself with my mouth and saying what I will do, because, it's very easy for me when I am rested up. I've been on vacation for a little bit and I've got rested up and I start thinking all these ideas and things that I want to do, and I feel good because I'm refreshed at that time. Then I overextend myself with promises or things, and then when you get back to reality of life and you start going to the grind every day and you realize, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not feeling quite as froggy as I did when I said what I said I would do. So, have to be real careful in that. But I don't know, if you're like me and you're tired and you're kind of burnt out and you feel guilty about the rest that it takes, it's okay. It's okay. We're not getting any younger, and it's going to take more rest, the older we get. And it doesn't mean that you're a weak person at all. It doesn't mean that you're weak, doesn't mean that you're lazy. It just means you're tired. You've been doing this for a long time. You've lived a lot of life. You've went through a lot of issues, troubles, hard times, and you may just be the type of person who just gets there and gets it done, and you look up and you go, oh man, I'm so caught up in this and I forgot to take care of myself. Now I'm mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, and I'm just wore out. So you gotta listen to that old body, and you gotta take care of yourself. It's okay to rest. It's okay to let some things go. That doesn't mean you're sorry, low down, lazy bum at all. And you know that down deep inside. Hey, go out there and do something good for somebody today. It will bless them. It will bless you, but don't overextend yourself in doing that. Have a great day.